There's been a lot of confusion surrounding the ancient kingdom of Ma-yi. Some claim it was part of China. Others dismiss it entirely as Chinese invention. But the truth is this. Ma-yi was a pre-colonial Filipino-led polity, documented by Chinese records, yes, but never ruled by them. It was independent, sovereign, and entirely native to the islands that now make up the Philippines. Ma-yi was a trading kingdom that existed in what is now southern Luzon or Mindoro, thriving between the 10th and 13th centuries. The name Ma-yi first appears in Song Dynasty trade records around 971 AD. These were foreign observations, not declarations of ownership. Chinese traders documented the name phonetically based on what local people told them. It wasn't invented in China, it was heard in the islands. That's how many foreign records worked at the time. The Spanish wrote Luzon, but they didn't invent the place. They recorded what they encountered. Ancient Chinese records were commercial documents, not instruments of empire. They included references to kingdoms across Southeast Asia, like Champa, Srivijaya, Java, and Ma-yi. But the fact that these places were listed didn't mean they were part of China. On the contrary, they were seen as foreign, distinct, and sovereign, each with their own customs, rulers, and laws. The Chinese kept records because they were trading with these places, not ruling them. Chinese accounts describe Ma-yi as prosperous and well-organized, with consistent trade in gold, beeswax, betel nuts, and textiles. These were not signs of subservience, they were markers of independence and economic strength. Ma-yi had its own trading systems, coastal leadership, and cultural practices. It was part of a broader network of barangays and regional powers in the pre-colonial Philippines, long before any Western or Asian colonial power claimed control of the area. Modern Chinese government narratives sometimes use ancient records to justify territorial claims, such as in the South China Sea. This has led to public distrust toward any reference to Chinese documents, including neutral historical ones. As a result, some Filipinos react strongly to the mention of Ma-yi in Chinese sources, fearing it's a way to legitimize modern claims. But rejecting historically accurate records doesn't prevent propaganda, it removes tools that can be used to defend against it. Understanding that Ma-yi was recorded by China is not submission to Chinese narrative, it's acknowledgement of global recognition of a Filipino polity over 1,000 years ago. Ma-yi is not just a footnote. It's evidence of a sophisticated society in what is now the Philippines, trading internationally, recognized by major empires, and entirely self-governing. Dismissing it because it was mentioned in Chinese texts does a disservice to Filipino heritage. It erases proof that people in the islands were engaging in diplomacy and commerce long before colonization. Citing those records does not mean agreeing with modern territorial agendas. It simply means acknowledging what was true in the 10th century, that the region had thriving independent societies that foreign nations recognized and respected. Some viewers argue that the ancient name of the Philippines was Ophir, a land mentioned in the Bible. While this theory is passionately held by some, there's no archaeological or written evidence directly linking Ophir to the Philippine Islands. By contrast, Ma-yi is supported by multiple external records, Chinese trade logs, Arab merchant accounts, and early missionary texts. This doesn't invalidate cultural pride, but it does place Ma-yi on firmer historical ground. Belief in Ophir is a theory. Ma-yi is a documented reality. Ma-yi was not part of China. It was a trading kingdom led by the ancestors of today's Filipinos, recognized by the world, respected for its wealth, and remembered in records from as far as China and Arabia. Its legacy belongs to the Philippines, not because someone else recorded it, but because it existed and it thrived.